Hello? Okay, hold up for a bit. Just got out of the bathroom, so let me just tidy myself up. Or I begin. Oh my god, there's a fly. But anyways, welcome y'all. Welcome. Just give me a bit to like prep myself up. Because I also just ate lunch. And having no warm-ups at all, starting ahead is gonna be a bad idea. So let's not rush. But anyways, welcome y'all. Just gonna be continuing doing some in-betweens today. With this animation right here. Okay, hold up. There's a fly flying around the room. Which is rare. But anyways, sit back and relax. Because this might be a long one. Let me just set up frames we need at the moment. And perhaps test it out on how this is gonna look once the in-betweens are in there. So what I'm doing right now is just putting blanks. Or blank in-betweens. And let's see a preview to this. Also, flashing warning. It's really... So yeah. Basically, your goal when it comes to drawing in-betweens is to just make the animation look much more smoother. And on the right... Okay. I don't have guidelines for this. As you can see, my guidelines are just keyframes. Or key poses. So we're just gonna be basing it around our... Or relying more onto the onion skin, which I actually do not like, but we have no choice. Okay, let me just take a sip first before we completely dive into it. I actually also need to do like sketch after I finish working on this. But I didn't have permission. I wasn't able to get permission to stream it. So I guess we'll just be doing in-betweens today. Because I woke up very late today. Which is weird. I slept early. But nah. That would probably also explain my voice right now. I think I sound much more sluggish today compared to yesterday. Hey, welcome. Morning. Good afternoon from here. Hey, welcome. Welcome. Nothing too exciting gonna go today. And it's animating. Let's be for real here. Where you're not gonna see a lot. You're not gonna see a lot. Apart from me trying to make this look smooth or filling in the gaps. Oh, welcome, y'alls. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Cheering. I don't know. You know the combo of like not being able to read and the fact that I have to pronounce names is like a nightmare. I'm exaggerating. It's really just because I'm sluggish today. I did not get a good sleep for some reason. Or I overslept. And that explains my really lazy voice right now. But no worries, I guess this stream is gonna be more chill than usual. Are you working on this for yourself or is this for something else? It's something else. I don't usually animate. I don't usually animate for myself anymore. I probably still do, but it's rare. Let's just clear that out. It's very rare that I do personal animations these days. I mean, I am thinking of getting back into it. I'm probably starting the process for it. But the problem is always time. Animation is just time consuming. Yo, Smoothie, welcome. Yeah, I would like to maybe animate some fighting scenes again, because it has been a while since I've done that. But let's just say it's not gonna happen way too soon. Bro, I stayed up all night, read love advice from the Duke of Hell after you're recommended. I died 3 times from reading it. Bro, I'm telling you, it's one of the best webcomic. I've also reread it. Oh man, it's definitely a classic. It's such like a Gen Z humor. Peak meme and humor. But webcomic. I really love it. I kept seeing your story about your streams like 8 hours later. First time catching a stream. Hey, welcome. Yeah, I stream in like ungodly hours to some people, so. But this is like the only hours or time where it's kind of peaceful and quiet in our home. If it's morning, it's just way too busy and noisy. And if it's night, then it's already too late. And the internet, for some reason, it's super slow. And I can't be noisy around nighttime. Because our walls are not soundproof, that's for sure. Wait, your pen has a drawing on it already. It's kind of like a sticker. You can like search on the internet for like tablet covers. Usually Osu players does this. You know, they put on the sticker to like bedazzle their tablets because yeah, I'm not gonna lie, most drawing tablets or tablets in general look so damn boring. I actually have 2 stickers for this. I have another one which is like just a screenshot of Kobayashi. But I picked this one first. Cause it just looks cool. It doesn't fit my tablet though. I think you guys can see that. I wasn't able to purchase or request from the seller for a full on cover because my tablet is bigger than compared to most tablets or regular tablets out there. Especially for Osu. You really don't need a big tablet for Osu. Osu gaming. I don't even play Osu, by the way. I kind of don't understand the mechanics. Or I could not build like the muscle memory for it. I'm just much more comfortable when just tapping. Similar to like not Citus, but I did play demo back then. I've never understood how Osu works. I've downloaded and deleted it total 3 times. Man, that is such a mood. Yeah, I don't understand it either. I would much rather play other reading games. People are gonna say skill issue, skill issue. I mean, yeah, I just don't. I cannot get the muscle memory in there, bro. I have to tap with my left hand, which is not really my fastest hand for tapping. And also, it's a little bit intimidating to just get into the game because it's already filled up with really hardcore players. But at the same time, I just cannot get into it. Each time I have less of a clue what's going on. The user interface was too confusing for me. I just don't get it. Actually, same. I don't even know how to fucking navigate their menu. I'm like, okay, where is the setting? It's definitely. I think it's also because of the design. I know I'm just kind of like ranting here, but I just can't help it. Okay, if the interface is just too much for me, like it's just too I don't like too much of a sensory for me. Like there's so much stuff going on the screen. I just don't know where to look at. But when playing other rhythm games, for example, Taiko no Tatsujin, I think it's the drumming Nintendo game. That's that's much more easier, definitely, because you're just tapping a few buttons. But when it comes to Osu, I have to swing around and just. I also just don't get the mechanics. And I just fully accepted that I'm not gonna get into this game. No matter what. I haven't played Muse Dash, no. I'm actually not that very good at reading games anyway, but I find it entertaining enough for me. Or easy enough for me to get into because it's just you're just tapping, tapping, tapping. I am eyeing to try out Muse Dash, but I also want to. I'm also saving up to buy other games. There are numbers in Osu apparently. I've heard enough. I won't be. I think it's for the score. Yeah. I'm probably making it sound like uh it's more complicated when really it isn't. It's just really the uh muscle memory. I just cannot get into it. Because compared to other reading games, you're just tapping away, right? You see something, you tap. Press the button. But also, I need to set up a tablet and stuff like that. I mean, some people can just use the mouse. But I only use the mouse, that's the problem. I don't want carpal tunnel, bro. I'm actually more prone to like having my hand cramp when using the mouse. Like for example, I'm clicking a lot. My hand is much more, or it has more tendency to cramp when just using the mouse. And also, my left hand is not very good at mashing buttons. Remember, I have to when I'm playing Taiko. Is there an English title for that? Well, but yeah, I remember I have to use my right hand much more because I just cannot use my left hand all too much. I was working on something for a day straight using my mouse, and my hand hurt like hell afterwards. Yeah, mouse are just much more prone to cramping your hand for some reason. There are ergonomic mouse out there, but they're expensive as shit. I mean, to other people, it's probably worth it to, you know, but not for some reason. I just why? I guess it's so weird for me also because I'm drawing using my wrist a lot when drawing with a pen, but for some reason it doesn't hurt all too much, or I'm less likely prone to have my hand hurt just from drawing. It doesn't happen a lot, but when I'm using my mouse, it instantly hurts. Like maybe I'm like clicking a few stuff or maybe just scrolling around. My hand instantly hurts. So yeah, mouse, yeah, it's not good. And then I started using my tablet to navigate my laptop when my hand starts cramping after using my mouse. Yeah, I also do that. I'm like, why is my hand like? There are just times where my hand just I just cannot move my hand that much because it's cramping so much. If I move it, then it's gonna hurt. So I just have to use my pen sometimes. Maybe just scroll or just basically use my laptop. It also kind of happens with my trackpad. When I'm scrolling too much, I realize that's using way too much of my fingers there. So, and I just then realize it also cramps up my hand. It's much more worse on the mouse, though, I think. Oh. Oh, hold on, my friends are chatting. Because recently we're like going through a jeepney pays out. If you guys are not familiar with jeepneys, they're like mini buses here on the Philippines. And no wonder my friends are like hard stuck in their house. I'm like, is the coronavirus getting worse? But apparently it wasn't. It was just transportation problems. So no wonder they're hard stuck on their houses. I thought it was something else. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of gaming, I also wanted to just use my controller much more because because of the mouse problem where it just cramps up my hand so much. And I always have like a man slight annoyance and big disappointment when a game isn't controller supported. Like, oh my god, I have to click like crazy in order to play this game. I think it was what game was it? Terraria. Uh, probably Dead by Dead by Daylight also. Disco Elysium also. For some reason, it doesn't work with my computer with my controller. For some reason, it doesn't work properly, which is a shame. So I have to spam click, which is really painful. Oh yeah, how did you like the guy upstairs? I can't say for anything just yet because it's only like 20 chapters. But I'll probably continue reading it. And also the comments when it comes to webtoons are so funny, man. It's kind of like reading YouTube comments, but you're reading webtoon. And it's so funny. It really reminds me of like some Korean dramas, but it's actually not Korean. I think it's Malay. A Malay webtoon. But it does, I can see the tropes here and there. I guess it's not really exclusive to just Korea. These are just trope that you'll probably see everywhere. And I can already smell like the plot twist here and there. Oh yeah, and I think I also realized that the author, I think I've read some of their previous webcomics. Hold up, let me actually search. Cause it's also, I think it's also about a cycle also, but uh, the boy is actually like a boyfriend or something like that. But I forgot what's it about. Was it My Deepest Secret? I forgot. But yeah. I think I also read that, but I didn't read it properly. That's why I can't remember anything about it. I don't know. What were we talking about? We're talking about webcomics. As I've read a few webcomics that I've read in the past, and reading some new ones. Actually, it's only one. I don't read that much webcomics anymore, unfortunately. I don't know why. I don't know, I just lost interest, I guess. I mean, I do still read some few webcomics here and there, but it's so occasional, it's not really a regular thing. Oh, the one by Hansa? Yeah. Yeah, that one. I just realized they're the same author. They also made My Deepest Secret, which I completely forgot what that webcomic is about, apart from the boyfriend being a psycho, I think. The white hair dude and the blonde girl, right? Yep, that one. They have like a new webcomic series right now, which is the title The Guy Upstairs, which are a current read right now. But I don't have coins. I don't have coins for like to view the recent or the new chapters. And some of the webcomics that I'm reading are like, what do you call this, on a bunch of hiatus, or it already ended, so that's why I don't read that much webcomics, because there's nothing to read. Damn, the author really has it again in Psycho Boyfriends. They had enough, bro. They really had enough. They're slandering every psychos now. I'm all for it. I typically can't have a hard time getting into webcomics also, because uh if it doesn't look good, I'm not gonna look or read it regularly. I know it sounds somewhat cruel and unforgiving, but it's really just a thing about me. And what usually gets me hooked up to a series is how the art looks. Like, if it really looks good and like I'm interested on their art style or something, or the way they draw stuff, I immediately get into their comic. I never read comics on Webtoon anymore. The system now is just not for me. Too broke for Webtoon coins. Oh yeah, it's, I think some webcomics, you know, webcomics that already finished, Webtoon is kind of doing this thing where they kind of reran it, where basically they let you see the chapter day by day instead of any time anywhere, despite it's already finished. I'm not sure if this is the case for every webcomic there, but I just saw that one of my old webcomics that I read back then is like doing that sort of thing. But yeah, I just don't read that much on the webtoon that much anymore. I get that. Aesthetic appeal matters quite a bit for me as well. Yeah, that's basically, it's kind of like first impressions. First impressions really good, and pray to God that it gets consistent. I'm too impatient for that. I just can't. I mean, same. But I'm not sure if it's the case for every webcomic out there. But nah, that's not it. That ain't it for me. Okay, I need to put the white strips around this. Am I in the right color? I have never used webtoon coins. I just can't. Oh my god, why is there so many flies? Oh. Or is it just one? Okay. Hey, welcome. Have you ever read a webcomic from your mutual artist in IG? Not really. Again, I don't read that much webcomics, bro. Unfortunately. I didn't even know that they're making webcomics. I think I should also point out the genre that I usually read. Most of the time, the webcomics that I read are comedic. If it's funny, it's funny. I'm super down for that. Either slice of life, maybe most of the time romance, of course. I don't really read what do you call it? I guess other genres. I guess I should also like thriller or mystery, but and probably psychological horror, but not typically. Not a lot of them has like a good execution, so that's why I'm a little hesitant to only that's one of my favorite genres, but I guess I'll give it at that, I guess. But yeah. I think I should also point out that I I am definitely not a person who likes reading. The reason why one of the reasons why I got into webtoon is because uh it's not just a huge slab of text. Because I really just cannot get myself into reading for some reason. Like, even when reading webcomics, I'm just like skimming sometimes because most of the dialogues are just whatever, or not even that important. Which kind of sounds blasphemous, but I just can't help it. I've got a horrid attention span, so I get that. Yeah. And most of the time, I spend my free time either playing a game or just browsing on YouTube most of the time. I don't really spend it on reading a webcomic. Like, for example, if a webcomic only has like what, 1 or 2 chapters or 3, I probably won't read that just yet. I'll probably subscribe to it, but or follow it, but not read it just yet because it's just too short. If I really try, I can read it all. But do I really need to do it if I already understand from picking up the context clues? Yeah, exactly. If you already just kind of know what's going on, there's really is no point to read every single word that's present. And again, it's a webcomic. It has visual cues. If you are seeing what is going on, sometimes you just don't need a description. All you need to do is look at it. Of course, if it's important dialogue, I'll pay attention to it. Like, for example, you're reading a mystery genre. Then I'll probably read it. It's just a matter of situation, I guess. That's why it's so fast for me to, like, just go through 28 chapters. Like, yesterday I read The Guy Upstairs. It's like, what, 22 chapters, and I finished it in like in a few hours. But yeah, it do be like that. Okay, let me just clean this up a bit. I remember when I was younger, we would have a ton of Conan comics since my sisters liked them. But I would understand absolutely nothing because there were too much going on. When I was a kid. And if there's like a comic book or whatever, or any type of book really, if I see a huge slab of text, I'm not gonna read that shit. I would literally skim through the whole book just to find a picture. Like, oh my god, why doesn't it have pictures? I do know how to read. It's just that I deny to read. I refuse to read anything. It's kind of like, yeah, you can say the text that you're seeing out loud, but I don't really, let it simmer in or take in what it's actually saying. So it's like a very brain dead way of reading. But that's how I work back then as a kid. It was only around high school when I started, try to understand what I'm reading. The slabs of text were too much for a 4-year only. Yeah, it just looks like words to me. I'm like, oh my god, what is this? And for the most part, I just look at the pictures. And again, I was like a kid. Things are different now, but I do know how to skim through. Okay, let's pull out for a bit. How many frames did we made? 5. Let's see how it looks so far. Flash warning, by the way. Goddamn fire, bro. Leave me alone. Can I even finish this? This is like, what, 27 frames? So I'm not even sure if I can finish this. There are also some webtoons that aren't translated yet, which, you know, the updates are 10 times much more slower for some reason. But I guess it might be a translation thing. Because most of the stuff that I'm reading is like, from Korean authors. But I couldn't use the... Yeah, I couldn't get it because, again, it's in Korean. Which is a shame, I should have studied. Oh, it will be no problem at all. Your art style kind of reminded me of Third Horror, Third Horror Honesty and Rain combined. Let me actually look at that because I have no idea what it is. I don't even know if my stuff is stylized. Is it Persona? But if you guys are curious to like how I develop my style, I have no fucking clue, man. The art style is just something you shouldn't be stressing about because it really just comes to you. And it's just a combination of what you like or what you're used to. And this is why stop questioning on how to get an art style because it's not gonna come any quicker if you keep questioning. Because I've seen some people like wanting to have an art style so bad when they're barely at the middle of the process and they're like only starting at art. Like it'll come to you. And I know it's frustrating, but it does come. It really just happens, really. And it's one somewhat a little bit of a complicated subject, so I really cannot explain all too much in depth in a stream. I'll probably adjust the not frame rate, but right now everything or most of it are in 2, so it's gonna look monotonous, something like that. Like it's only everything looks like it's going through a consistent rate or speed. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of myself back then when I was studying art. I always wanted to copy Kuzuharu and Third. Then I realized, why would I copy them if I can have my own art style? Exactly, it just happens. I mean, yeah, you can get influenced by other artists, but no matter how hard you try, you would still have your own influence. Like, yeah, you like how this artist's art style, but you don't really like the process of it. So no matter how hard you try, your body is compulsively, doing something else. It just happens. And at this point, stop fighting it. It just happens. And it will come to you. It's really like a really long waiting game. Heck, if you look at my old artworks, like way back then, I think you guys can see like a fucking evolution. It really doesn't stay long either. Like, especially back then. Back then is like, wow, every week I have like a new fucking art style. But it was fine for me. Like, I don't want to fight it. I'm just gonna let it happen. Let it cruise down until I find my own niche. Heck, even if you find your own style, it's gonna change. It doesn't stick all to, or it doesn't stick that, or until forever. It doesn't. It just doesn't. And the reason why it's always changing, it's because what you like is also changing. What you're interested is also changing. For example, back then I was like super interested in manga or anime or whatever. But one day that can change. Maybe I'll get into painting, stuff like that. It really just changed over time. And honestly, just don't fight it. Just let it happen. Okay, let me just check. Everything's going smoothly here. Ooh, my stomach is not feeling good for some reason. It doesn't feel bad just yet, but it does feel a little weird. I just ate some donuts and I don't know why. Oh yeah, and especially when starting digital art, I don't really have what you call uh a regulated or an organized process. Because back then, traditional artworks, I just sketch, with a pencil and all that. I don't really illustrate compared to what I'm doing right now or whatever I'm posting. I'm on Instagram or in my social media. Because back then, yeah, I just don't want to illustrate. I have no materials to color. I have no materials to, I guess, enough materials or tools to make a full-fledged artwork. That's why you probably don't see me, or I think I do post some old artworks back in the days, like probably on my DeviantArt account that probably gotten forgotten to the abyss. But yeah, I just don't illustrate that much back then. And even if I do, it doesn't happen too often. Or it's definitely different compared to what I do right now. So it's really not example like once you find something or enjoy this one thing, it's not gonna stick all that much. It's not gonna last long. Or maybe it's just something about me. Just ate some donuts and I do not know why. Multi-layered joke, you see. I have to do this type of stuff. I swear, I've changed my settings when it comes to onion skin. Like it keeps coming back. Okay, there we go. Every time I think I've recovered, the nine jokes pull me back in. Nine jokes are a classic. What do you mean? I think I remember puns being a trend back then here. It was very, very 2012 kind of era. Especially when it comes to pickup lines, I had no idea how that became relevant. But yeah, those are crazy times. Gangnam Style, The World is Ending, very wild year. People doing puns in the regular for some reason. Crazy, crazy year, man. No wonder I had depression then. I don't think I was in high school either. I was like very, very... Is it called middle school? No, it's elementary. But yeah. Those were the dark ages. Okay, this is getting confusing. In between here. Oh yeah, another thing that I guess I hate to admit, I'm not that interested on, I guess, looking at the art when it comes to webtoons. And what I meant by that is like, for example, I'm drawing, right? Where do I take inspiration of? I don't take inspiration from manga or webcomics anymore. Back then I used to, but now not really. Yeah, I still get hooked in by the art. But it's not really a source of inspiration anymore for me. Which is something I really don't like to admit because I do like some webcomic art. artworks out there, especially manga. But I just don't get inspired, I guess, anymore. Like, for example, if I look at this artist, art style, or artworks, I don't feel this very, very strong feeling of like, oh my god, I gotta learn how to do that. It's just a really, really basic feeling of, yeah, I'm still impressed, but not to a certain degree to call it an inspiration. I've been really satisfied with my art as of late, and it's such a nice feeling. Hey! Finally gained the comfort zone. Comfort zone, by the way, is not a bad thing. It's kind of like earning a checkpoint of where is your art process going. For example, you're learning a new thing, and then you finally gained a comfort zone to it. Like, for example, you're comfortable doing it right now after learning about it for so long. That's like a checkpoint. Don't treat it as a bad thing. It only becomes bad if you're literally stagnating from it. Maybe it's because you're more content with your art now? I don't think so. I guess that's a one factor to consider. But it's really, I guess it's just a change of topic. I get more inspiration from like animators now, or concept artists, or artists that just works on maybe do video games and doing concept art for that. I actually like concept arts for some reason. I really like seeing, I guess, the behind the scenes type of content in certain shows or animation, or maybe even video games here and there. Yeah, I still want to improve, but I'm no longer feel dissatisfied with my art. Hey! It's a very good feeling. Okay, hold up. Let me just test things out. It's definitely slow over here, but I'll change it later. Need to fill in the gaps here for a bit. But did I save? I keep forgetting. I know that I have my auto-save kicking in every 5 minutes, but it's still not reliable. It's still not reliable for some reason. It's still... You just still need to click control save, man. I mean, Clip Studio Paint only crashed on me once. But once is enough for me to like, okay. I need backups within backups. Cause it crashed on the most painful stage of the process. I have 3 stages when it comes to illustrating. It's sketch, cleanup. I don't call it line art. It's really not a proper way of inking, to be honest. It's just me cleaning up my sketch. And then color. And after the sketch, these 2 are the most painful parts of the progress. That if you lose something, or maybe your computer crashed or something, and you lost the progress for it, it's so hard to redo. Always heartbreaking to redo from the very start again. Especially with line art. Line art is probably the one. In coloring, I can like, fine. I'm just gonna click away again. No. But in line art, I have to draw all over again. And yeah, it crashed in the most painful and crucial moment. And it was just the last straw for me to just, okay. I'm gonna use autosave every 5 minutes now. Even when I retrieve my backups, I still lost like a huge chunk of progress. Especially if it's like a very detailed drawing, it's always painful. But hey, that's the life of a digital creative. Okay, I think I need to make this a little bit big. Because onion skin is not very good. It's not very good. I get really paranoid, so I always save every time I get a good stroke in. I think that used to be me when I was starting in digital art. I'm like, every stroke, especially in inking, again. And Paint Tool Sai, I was using Paint Tool Sai back then, by the way. One of the best beginner art program, really. I actually don't remember if Paint Tool Sai even has like an autosave feature. I forgot. I haven't used it in like so long. But I do remember how buggy it was with my tablet. My tablet is like a really cheap $50, definitely a brand that you never heard of before. But it got the job done for me. And it's really not that it's dodgy when it comes to some art programs. I love Krita so much. Krita is like I can't use Krita though, which sucks. Because I've heard that Krita runs much more smoother on Linux, but I don't have a Linux laptop. I'm hard stuck on my Windows. Because Windows is, yeah. Even I have problems with Windows. It's just so annoying. And yeah, some apps just not work smoothly on Windows. Try using Photoshop, I hated it. Cause it's just so slow. It's probably the most slowest out of the bunch. I can forgive Krita because again, Krita just works much more better on like Linux. And my computer back then was like $200. The good old Pentium 2GB of RAM type of laptop is what I used back then. Which is really a pain in the butt to get it working. It's a miracle I was able to make a animation on that laptop. My 4-year-old Lenovo laptop runs Krita like a champ. Yo, you're lucky. But actually, what a coincidence, because my old laptop back then is like a Lenovo. It was like the cheapest model too. I only bought it because I just really want a device to run Microsoft Office for school. I only bought it for school. I wasn't even planning to you know, use it for drawing. I am thinking of maybe I should upgrade again, but it's really just for gaming, really. I just want my games to run smoothly. But yeah, the laptop that I have right now is like, that's a really crappy graphics card, but yeah, it's good enough for artworks. It's good enough for like drawing and animating, but it's not good for gaming. But yeah, I think I also tried out Medibang. I think Medibang is quite similar to Krita. They kind of have like a similar interface. But I've always known Medibang for like their mobile version because I tried out their mobile version. Yes, I used to. I don't really draw on my phone, but it's more like coloring with my phone. It's a much more appropriate term to elaborate my experience or very early experience of drawing digitally. Mapping is much more similar to Fire Alpaca. Yeah, I think they're the same. Yeah. They're made by the same company, I think, if I remember correctly. But those are like pretty much a starter pack of early digital artwork making. I mean, there are still some pro artists out there that still uses Paint Tool Sai religiously, which honestly I can't blame them because Paint Tool Sai is really easy to understand. So yeah, no wonder I went from Fire Pocket to Medibang and went, huh? Is this the same thing? I think it's made by the same company. So yeah. One just has a default dark theme. it just has a different skin. But yeah, I remember overthinking about it too. Like, should I use Pyropaka or Medibang Paint? But in reality, they're just kind of like the same. Okay, I'm a little bit getting confused by this. Okay, I got it. I keep forgetting that my next, or yeah, the next frame is gonna be the red color, or the red color. Keep forgetting. The correct option is Korea and will always be Korea. We got ourselves a Korea fan over here. But honestly, no shame. Because Korea is kind of good. It's over... What do you call this? Pretty much has everything. Or at least, considered to be a Photoshop alternative. Yeah, free, but not really for photos. It's more for illustration, so yeah. Because there's 2 users of Photoshop. I really wanted to get into anime because Korea has a real good animation feature. I found out that it was for sure not for me. I think Korea's, isn't Korea's, what do you call this? Korea's animation feature is kind of simple. I think I've heard that it's fairly similar to, yeah, Photoshop. Photoshop also has an animation feature. No, it's not very good. It's very basic. If you want just basic, literally bare minimum features of animation for animating, yes, Photoshop has it. And I think it's fairly similar to that. Hey, welcome back. Apparently the two are a lot alike. Animation in general, I mean. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what Krita is going for. They're like a Photoshop alternative. And honestly, can I blame them? There's so many alternatives now for like Photoshop. Maybe not for photographers, but for artists, yeah. I hate animating. It's far too tedious for me. I can't turn my brain off when I do it. Yes. It do be like that. The early stages of animating. Grief. You grieve first. Is this a Krita versus Clipsio debate? Nah. More like a... Just talking about Krita in general. Or softwares in general. And... At this point, I'm not really the type of person to just like... Oh, which software is better? I'm like, I don't fucking care, bro. What do you want to a software? That's the question. It's not a debate of like, oh, which application has more feature, which has like automated features that can make your process much more faster. It doesn't matter. Which one do you like? And if you like it, then go stick to it. It's that simple. Went through the 5 stages of grief when I realized I didn't like anime. I wanted to like it so bad. I mean, okay, here's like a brief story of how I started animating. So, you know, I was subscribed to this one animator. He's like an animator to like various anime. I think he was an animator for Naruto and Boruto. And I think he's also an animator now to Riot. I think he animated some stuff to Valorant. So yeah, I also highly recommend checking out his channel. His name is Guzu. It's spelled out like this, Guzu. And he is basically what compelled me to like, oh, maybe I should start doing this. You know, maybe let's try out animating. So first off, I think I downloaded Flash at that time. I also watched some Draw with Jazz's animation tutorial videos. By the way, that tutorial is goated. This is why like Jazz is like one of my artists that I really don't technically follow, mainly because of their art, but I do highly respect them as an artist. And this dude carried like my entire Atom as a fucking artist. Back then as a kid, he was just the #1 dude that I watched for tutorials. The early days of YouTube, of course. But yeah, I've also watched like tutorials from him when it comes to animating. And Alan Becker's also, yeah. And after being exposed to it, I tried it. Okay, I installed Adobe Animate or Flash, I think. And then I tried to draw one frame. I'm like, fuck, I have to draw every frame. Like the griefing is instantly starting. I'm like, okay, let's just try it out. Maybe let's start simple. I didn't went to animate a ball or anything like that, which is like the #1 thing usually animator does. But I'm like, I don't want to draw a ball. I just want to instantly make an action scene. But of course it's impossible because I'm instantly already worn down. I'm like, I think I tried out to animate a blinking animation. And I'm like, what style do I use? What do I even draw? Like literally questioning everything in my life. So I drew a character with like big ass fucking eyes, and then I have to draw frame by frame, slowly blinking. And I think I've done every mistake ever when animating that. And after I finish, and you know, I looked at the results, I'm like, oh wow, this looks like fucking shit. And then I stopped animating. And never got back into learning animation after 3 or 4 months. I was, yeah, it was basically that. One animation and I'm just like, maybe this isn't for me. And then I waited for a couple of months again to just, okay, we can do this, okay? We can try. Let's just be patient. Let's just learn more, watch more videos, experiment, and all that stuff, basically. It's literally kind of like learning how to draw again. Except this is much more tedious. And after that, it was all history. Jazza Dennis raised me when it comes to art. He's like the godfather of like all artists from what, mid 2000s. Frame by frame, those 3 words are enough to scare me shitless. I mean, what I'm doing, I guess you really just need to build up tolerance. Right now, I'm like fucking drawing frame by frame. But back then, I did not know like animating on twos, animating on threes, you know, fundamentals of a fucking animator. But yeah, it was pretty understandable. So for me to like be hesitant for the first few steps, because I do realize that it is just way too much sometimes. Okay, hold up. Why is this? Why is this wiggly? Hold up. Something's wrong. Oh, it's just Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, there's a bug on my version of Clip Studio where I zoom out or zoom out in a certain way, my lines look blurry or pixelated. But I feel like this is a computer problem. Mob Psycho for the win. Ayy. Another thing I hate to admit, I actually like or find Mob Psycho more relatable. Dude wants to be buff? Bro, he's just like me, for real. Doing it all to impress a girl? Bruh, he's just like me, for real. And yeah, I also just like the animation. Let's be for real here. It's Studio Bones, right? Yeah, you just cannot go wrong with Studio Bones. He just like me, for real. Yeah, he's just way too relatable. That's why I wouldn't say prefer, but I guess it's a one way to say it. Or maybe it's because One Punch Man has like is not animated or not in the same quality when season 2 happened. That's why I'm a little Ugh, man, what a shame. What a waste. Because, yeah, One Punch Man, what got me hooked in is the action. And the story is, like, second. And also the comedy. It's kind of like you got here for the action and you stayed for the comedy. Everyone in Mob Psycho is painfully relatable. Citizen is my mystery animal. No, I didn't want to impress a girl. I just wanted to make friends in middle school. Yeah. The gym bros in Mob Psycho. That's all I ever want, bro. Very encouraging. Like, for your self-improvement. Fuck. When will we have that? Opium Season 2 was it's not tremendously disappointing. I actually don't know what to say, honestly. Yes, there's definitely like a difference when it comes to its quality. It doesn't feel the same anymore. That's for sure. But at the same time, the compromises that they make was just too glaring for me. You guys know what I think you guys would notice this on anime. Some anime series, I think I also see this a lot on Boku no Hero and probably on probably on JoJo. But basically what they do, if there's like an action scene or something, they make the screen significantly darker. So it's a little bit hard to see, but you are still seeing what's going on. But it's darker, so it's a little bit weird. It's just something they do for like Blu-ray stuff. Like, for example, yeah, the reason why it's darker and probably a much more shittier quality, it's because it's an exclusive for Blu-ray stuff. A part of me gets it, but sometimes I'm just like, come on. Come on, man. It's a little bit too obvious that you're making this changes and holding back. Need me some Jim Rose, man. Don't we all? Mappa for real going to kill their animators for OPM Season 3. Mappa is just taking everything, huh? They're taking every IP out there. Our popular manga, we're taking it. I thought you meant how JoJo Part 3 censored the smoking by literally blacking out JoJo smoking. I guess that also counts. The censoring in JoJo is so fucking funny to me. Yes. A classic anime. Anime censorships. Okay, hold up. Where are we? Well, I guess... Well, definitely not halfway through. But we're close. Can't believe I'm gonna... I have to say this. 4Kid does a better job censoring smoking and blood than JoJo. That's such a weird thing to censor, though. Like, if you're not even targeting kids as your audience, why bother with the censorship? Is it for the young adults kind of thing? Because apparently for teenagers, blood is still too much. Smoking is just too much. Oh, actually, never mind. Uh, apparently Japan has like a weird censorship thingy that goes on when it comes to drugs. And I'm not sure if tobacco is part of that. Yeah, they have weird censorships going on when it comes to drugs for some reason. I think I've heard it from Anime Man or somewhere. Of course, I don't really completely understand what they meant by that. But basically, they just have a much more stricter or weird point of view for it, I guess. I think it's because Jotaro is technically a minor since he's 17 and isn't allowed to smoke by law in Japan. Yeah, they also get laws involved. Bro, a 17-year-old smoking? Nah, that's not allowed. That's not fucking allowed, bro. We're gonna draw the line there, bro. But a fucking father figure marrying a child that he raised, nah, that's fine, bro. Maybe I'll pick up animation again for the sake of OCs. You just need a break. And that's understandable. Like, heck, I had the 4 month break before I got into animation completely. Getting started is hard, but continuing to do it is also harder. Doesn't get easier. Actually, that kind of does get easier, but you know what I mean. I mean, quote unquote 17, because Jotaro, for some reason, is built like a damn brick. The natty argument. I mean, I've seen people or some teenagers who are like What I'll be doing right now is kind of like a throwaway in between. Not really completely drawing the in between, but just kind of like throwing in some lines here and there to check things out. What do you think is the lesser evil, Twitter or Tumblr? Good question. But to me, in my perspective, they both feel kind of like the same. The other one just lives. They both feel kind of like the same to me. Heck, they are. They kind of like the same to me. You can post like just a huge slab of text or just text, and then you can, yeah, post photos here and there. I mean, they're like the same, and they're both blue. At this point, I think it's Tumblr now. Is Tumblr even alive? I swear, nobody uses Tumblr here. For real, nobody uses Tumblr here. I mean, yeah, a lot of people here uses every fucking social media, apparently. But I've never seen someone uses Tumblr here. Tumblr now is kind of more chilled out since most of the weird people migrated to Twitter. Yeah, they kind of like had a purge back then. But I doubt that, you know, I doubt that removes everything. The Predators is on Discord now. They migrated to Twitter and Discord now. For real. And maybe Reddit. Do people use fucking Reddit for social? As a social media? I only use Reddit because of for hobbies. Like for example, maybe some nerdy stuff like me looking at some iPods and shit like that, or maybe retro tech. But apparently people here use it as a weird way of, I guess it's a social media, but it's still so weird. But yeah, I don't even know that or aware that Tumblr is still alive and kicking. The only difference that Twitter and Tumblr has is that I guess Tumblr looks a little bit outdated and clunky as fuck. Like, I remember trying to use it back then, and it was just so fucking slow. It didn't load anything. And yeah, after that I didn't use it ever again. You discovered the ultimate conspiracy that Tumblr and Twitter are the same. But we don't even speak about the recent drama war at Twitter with VTuber and Hogwarts. Is it still ongoing? I mean, it's not surprising it's Twitter. Reddit is a totally different place depending on the subreddit you're in, honestly. Yeah. I guess that's also another factor too. Discord depends on how good the moderation, or if you only invited your friends. Oh, that's true. And honestly, is there even is there even like a quote unquote good social media? Like almost all of them has problems and all of them are like shitty. Twitter war with Hogwarts actually got worse, especially when they bullied a popular VTuber to the point that she has to quit. Bruh. I mean, that's a very Twitter thing, so. I really only use Twitter to just post an artwork, maybe even look at a few artists I follow and like their artworks, and that's it. I don't delve way too deep in Twitter because I know how fucking bad it gets. And most of the stuff that they are talking about is usually not even about whatever that is going on here. So why bother make myself stressed for like with the occurrences that doesn't even happen here? Somewhat sounds like a selfish thing, but honestly, why the fuck do you care? I find Discord to be pretty nice, mostly since I only join smaller servers that centers around art. Well, that's true. You really can just make a safe space in that sense. I guess it really just depends on what you're joining. Or maybe the dude is moderating it. I'm actually not that active on Discord. I'm terribly sorry for my inactivity. But yeah, I'm just not that active at all, period. I'm not active on social media that much. I'm not super active on any chat groups and stuff like that or community. Heck, for the most part, I just lurk. Or just spending most of my time touching grass. But I guess it's just a thing about me, I guess. I spend more of my time on like watching YouTube, to be honest. Like my screen time is so fucking unhealthy. I think there was a time where my screen time peaked at 11 hours. That was so unhealthy. But I also stream on Discord. When maybe in case when I'm like making an illustration or something. Or doing commissions. Recently I've seen a few artists I admire and follow me back. And I always get caught so fucking off guard. Like, oh no, there's someone following me. Nice. Wait a fucking second. For real. I'm like, yo, huh? Wait, what? Hey, this looks familiar. This profile picture looks familiar. Wait. Yo, no way. Of course, I'm more calm about it in real life, but I am screaming internally. I'm like squealing and stuff like that. And I think this is pretty much what every artist can feel. A mutual, you're mutual. Oh my god. Oh yeah, there's like a comic happening right now, but it doesn't. God damn it! It's way too far from my location, and it's sad because I have like a few artists that I follow, and they're like, have a stall selling their stuff and shit like that, and I'm like, right here on my home, hard stuck on the province. Why does it have? Why does it have to be so fucking far, man? I mean, I could travel, but again, there's like a jeepney phase out. So traveling is a much more pain in the ass right now. And it sucks. I have never experienced a convention ever. I mean, I did experience technically like a journalism convention, but that doesn't count. When it comes to art conventions, okay. I have never experienced it. And it's so sad. I need to check their profile every time I'm checking you're not dreaming. Yeah, that's pretty much every artist, I think. We stay cool on the outside, but in reality, we're like squealing, screaming on the inside. Okay, where are we? Almost half, but still not halfway. After I finish this, maybe I'll take a short break, maybe a bathroom break, and all that stuff. Oh, actually, I think now recently, yeah, I have my notifications off. I think I was like low key realizing I have this some sort of like crippling anxiety. And I'm like, okay, I shouldn't be stressed out about this. So that's why I kind of turned off my notifications now. And sometimes, for some reason, I guess it's because I'm using Android. Some apps are just buggy as shit to my phone, and it sucks. Sometimes I'm not receiving messages, especially my DMs. My DMs are so dead. It is just not working properly at all. That's why I stopped using it, unfortunately. How many frames have you done so far? Good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12 right now. Yep. 12 frames. Okay, let me take like a brief break for now. Let me zoom out and play that. And hopefully to God it doesn't crash. Yeah, let me take a drink for a bit. Reminder to hydrate for everyone in stream. Water time. Let me also go to the bathroom real quick. BRB. I'm back. I think I need to edit the cape because it's not looking good. I know I shouldn't jump straight in and edit this because usually I typically do a few testing. It's also weirdly kind of hot today. I'm like, why? It was so cold this morning. Oh, hold on. Did I disconnect? Which, please. I beg you. With chocolate I ate tastes like ass. Am I still gonna eat it? Hell yeah. Chocolate is chocolate. I actually don't like every chocolate out there. My biggest pet peeve, and probably the type of chocolate that I hate the most, and I wish whoever makes this chocolate burn. Like, I hate chocolate with almonds in it. Any type of nuts, like for example, an ice cream, chocolate flavored, and then it has fucking nuts in it, maybe an almond or something. Why? Why? Just give me chocolate only. Don't put anything. You don't have to put anything. It's fucking chocolate. For the love of God. You don't, why? Why nuts? And it's always, I hate it so much. Like, I always get disappointed when I eat an M&M and it has nuts on it. I'm like, you know, first bite and you're just like, fuck this. It's always the nuts, man. I hate dark and almond chocolate the most. I actually like dark chocolates. It's actually my favorite. But chocolate with fucking nuts. Why? Why nuts? Why not? He's back at it with the guns. I love dark chocolate. Yeah, I also like dark chocolate. But I do understand why people don't like it. Because it's just bitter as fuck. But that's the flavor, man. But I do understand why people don't like it. But I hate nuts much more. Because it really does not deserve the hype. Or any form of support. Especially in ice cream, man. I always get disappointed when I'm like biting on the ice cream and I just, you know, you finally sense the nut in there. Like, why can't I just have normal fucking ice cream? It's chocolate. I don't need any more than that. Wait, am I the weird one that hates dark chocolates? Dark chocolates are like my favorite, man. Because of the... It's not super sweet, which is not really what I prefer for chocolate. Which sounds weird. But yes, there are some chocolates out there that are like literal walking diabetes. It's just so sweet. I think it was Mars that was the brand I ate back then. It was just super sweet to me. And I think there's some honey to it. I'm just like, okay, okay, you're just way too much. But I do understand why people don't like dark. Because they typically expect chocolate to be sweet. But nah. And dark chocolate smells much more better. For some reason. My friend dislikes dark chocolate, which is valid, but she hates eggs too, so I don't know how to feel any of her opinions. Man, I mean, I don't I don't like every form of eggs. I think yeah, it's not like egg isn't enough for me to eat. There's only one type of uh cooked eggs that I don't like, and it's scrambled eggs cuz I don't like the egg yolk. I know it sounds weird, but that's the part that I hate the most in. Oh god, why is it not showing up? Oh, okay. It's the part of the egg that I don't like eating. I can eat it. It's just that I don't like it. I have the ability to eat it. I just don't want to. Egg yolk hater unite, let's go! Finally, I'm not the only one who hates egg yolk. And my mom doesn't understand it. I'm like, bruh, it's part of the egg. Why don't you eat it? I'm like, because it's weird. It's weird. It's a weird texture compared to the white. I'm now the outcast. I can eat like I don't know if you guys eat like quail eggs, but we usually eat that for like snacks. If you're like suffering from high blood pressure, I don't recommend eating this. I think I remember eating too much quail eggs. They're like boiled eggs, but it's quail eggs. And they're just like, a mini version of an egg. And I think I ate too much. And I remember distinctly that I felt like I was having a heart attack. I'm like, why can't I breathe properly? It's not like a very worse condition, but I did notice a significant difference of like, something feels wrong. I just ate quail eggs and yo. Been eating a lot of eggs lately so that I won't lose hair by 40 or 50. Gotta get that protein, bro. But yeah, it's the only egg that I'll probably eat the quail or the egg yolk. If it's a quail egg, I'm eating the whole thing. But it does have like a much more different flavor, I guess, compared to a normal egg, normal chicken egg. But yeah. Also, our breakfast, every breakfast, there's always gonna be a cooked or fried egg. Every day. I think every day my mom cooks scrambled eggs. For some reason. Every breakfast also. And nobody eats them. There's always leftover. Nobody eats them. Okay, hold up. This is a bit difficult one to draw an in between for. The reason why it's a little bit difficult is because the head is up here and it has to go down like that. And I don't want an in between where it's on the middle. Least favorite thing that you ever watched? Any TikTok influencer? is probably an easy answer. Oh yeah, do you guys, man, back then as a kid, I used to watch this alpha male kind of channels where you like, I forgot what channel that was, but it was like a bearded dude, definitely is wearing a watch, and all of them dressed up the same. Really. And I guess I'll add that to the list. And they always have like the same content of videos. The alpha male spear back then was like a fucking, I can't even fucking describe it, man. Compared to me and Andrew Tate. Nah, Andrew Tate wasn't a thing back then. Again, I was like a fucking child. I only watched this because they're like low-key kind of stupid and silly. Cause some of their advice is not that good. Like, you guys always see this morning routines, like entrepreneurs morning routine and stuff like that. Man, that type of content is like, I'm tired. I'm tired of tired of seeing it. But for some reason, you know, it's the same fucking content, but for some reason, all of them feels the same. And somewhat ridiculous to a degree. So I guess that's one of the things I'll name. Or like, what a waste of time to watch. So you were talking about Liver King there for a second. I don't even watch that dude. I didn't even know that dude existed. I only heard about this guy when Harley talked about him. Or the whole internet was like calling cap on him. Man, is this all in twos? I'm forgetting. Liver King and his fake abs is so funny. Oh yeah, I also watch like some videos of those, you know, fake muscles. Something about fake muscles. And it's basically they're inserting oil to their body and it doesn't look good. Definitely doesn't look good. I think it was Pewds like watching it reacting to it when I watched it. And I remember being so what do you call this? Kind of curling up like, oh man, what am I looking at? And a part of me doesn't know how to feel because they do be kind of like experiencing some body dysmorphia there. enough to make themselves inject oil to their body, which doesn't even enhance anything. It's really just for aesthetics, and it doesn't even look good. It's a little sad, honestly. Yeah, a part of me, that's why I was a little bit confused, like, on how to feel. A part of me is like, they're aware of what they're doing, but at the same time, it is kind of like a, uh, it's kind of like cosmetic surgery where people are getting addicted to like for plastic surgery. It's really a little, uh, mental health is basically a factor to it. Like they're facing some sort of dysmorphia or something, but at the same time, they're perfectly aware of it. I think there's also a misconception that people think body dysmorphia is just something about gender. Nah, fam. It's the whole body that you're like seeing everything is wrong. Was it a show on TLC? I forgot what was it. It definitely feels like a TLC show. Man, TLC always does this. Like, content crazy shit, you know? Though Liver King is a bit more malicious for adding fake abs, trying to trick people into buying his product to and eat raw liver like our ancestors. Yeah, I do get that. Because he was just straight up scamming. Oh man. Hold up, I'm yawning. I'm getting a little sleepy. And this Ghibli music is not helping. I slept early. How, man? Even when I overslept, for some reason I still feel tired. I mean, yeah, oversleeping is also not good, but come on. Come on, man. It's either I wake up too early or overslept. I hate it. Need to make a tier list of the best, I mean worst, alpha male scammers. All of them has a fucking pattern. They either go NFT or crypto. Probably promoting gambling or something that doesn't look like gambling, but it definitely is gambling. Or promoting like a course that you're definitely not gonna even learn anything out of. It's kind of like a script at this point. All of them are the same. Was that 2 frames? I guess I'll try to test it out again after this. But 300 bucks for Undertade's course is such a scam, it's not even funny anymore. You best believe that someone's gonna buy that. Because there are people that genuinely think so like him. Plot twist, they're all secretly Gary B. Bruh, he's the one who started everything. The man who started it all. Okay, I'm not sure if I want the arm to go like this or like that. It's so funny, not in a haha funny way, but in a what the fuck is he saying? Like, he's just blabbering. Oh yeah, I do know a lot of people who sub to the scam course. Who's the Gary? I think this is the guy who was like the Ferrari guy. Or is this the other one? Oh, it's the other one. He is known for like motivational shit. Probably always shows up on fucking TED Talk. But in reality, he's already been rich. Guy who talks out of his ass a lot. That's how he earns money. He bullshits. Obviously, I made a video about it. Need to watch. Hey. I think it took a while for people to realize that he's just blabbering bullshit. Oh, it's just so quick. Okay, hold on. Too scared on clicking a Gary V vid. Don't want his stuff to appear more on my feed. Oh yeah, that's another thing also. Once you click a video from him, for some reason, that's all you're gonna see. Like, I remember watching one motivational video, and that's all the shit that I get for like for a long period. Kind of annoying too. Oh, it did flipped. But yeah, it was like, I think it was also a trend back then, where you just see a bunch of uh businessmen or millionaires just doing motivational quotes like, "This is how you get rich," yada yada yada, and probably reviewing the same book of like Rich Dad Poor Dad, something like that. I couldn't remember what year it was, but it's definitely 2015-ish kind of era. Made a mistake of clicking on the button about Hassan, and he appeared along my feed, and I kept on racing him out of my history and recommendation. Yeah, him also. I think also this one Twitch streamer, as Asmon, something like that. Watch one video of these guys, and for some reason they're everywhere now. But hey, that's the power of the algorithm, I guess. Though I like Hassan, I like Asmon Goldmore. Oh yeah, that's the guy. I think this dude appeared because of the Johnny Depp, and Amber Heard case. Man, everyone is up on that case, huh? People were following it daily. Like, damn. And you bet every every streamer, every content creator was like also watching and reacting to it. This is like a one frame, like as you can see here. Twos, and then it became ones over here. That's why it's not gonna be like very different. That's why I'm kind of like just like tracing to it. Okay, ow. I was trying to stretch, but it did not stretch good. Okay, I'm not gonna do that ever again. I'm cracking my back. I know it's probably not the best for you, but it's gonna. No, it's fine. Bro, if I just squat right now, my bones are probably gonna crack. It's not the cracking, oh, it's gonna break kind of thing. It's just making cracking sounds. And that's just my body works, so. I can't help it, okay? I felt a little bit of pain earlier because I stretched in the wrong way. Should stretch out more properly, mate. Oh god. Okay. Well, at least we're halfway there. I think we can finish this in one stream. Although it might be 5 hours. How many frames per second is this? 24. All of my animations are like in 24 frames per second. There's no reason for me to go higher. You can go a little bit less than that, but I just want to get used to 24 frames, so yeah. And the reason why I don't go higher, like 30 frames per second or even 60, it's because it's redundant. It's not gonna make a huge difference, really. And there's no point. Like, that's just asking for more in-betweens. Like, why? People think, oh, it's for smoother animation, right? No, you don't. You don't need more. You don't need more. you pretty much have enough. It's really just a way of animating. Heck, I think I know an animator that is like making really, really smooth animations. Kind of like a looped animation, stuff like that. And they're only doing 18 frames per second or even 12. And it's really just a matter of how you animate it in order to make it look smooth. It's not a matter of, oh, higher frame rate, better. No, it's not. It's so much more easy to trick the eye. It's so easy to trick it. Like teleporting, Even better. I forgot who they were. Because I suck at saving saving shit on YouTube. It's weird. I spend so much time on YouTube, but for some reason I just cannot keep in track of what I'm watching. Aim Kid, there we go. I just searched up 18 frames per second animation. I think it was them. I know I keep forgetting, but I can't help it, okay? I actually don't know if Teleporte animates on 24 frames. I actually don't know. All I know is that they animate every day back then. And that's pretty much all I know about them. Open the animation setting and immediately close it. Not today. Here's the thing. Here's what I've learned and probably realized on myself also. If you're wanting to learn something, maybe a new skill or whatever, first up, don't do anything. What you need to do is that expose yourself for information. Even if you're just looking at the tutorial, you don't need to follow the tutorial. You only just need to watch it. Heck, maybe even watch like works, animation, for example. Just expose yourself to the content, basically. Spend a long period of time with that. Like, yeah. And then after that, you would, hopefully, as time goes on, you would have this sudden urge of like, maybe curiosity and oh, maybe I should do this. But overall, don't do anything. Just keep yourself exposed to just checking things out. And once that's done, after that accumulation, you would probably either just be there's two ways it's gonna end up. It's either you're gonna be completely motivated and curious to try it out, or you're just gonna be sick and tired of it. And that's applicable to most stuff. For example, if you're learning anatomy, just expose yourself with just videos, tutorials, maybe even artworks about anything just anatomy related. But you don't need to do anything. You don't have to draw, you don't need to follow the tutorials, you don't need to do anything. You just need to watch. But after that watching, or that period, you're either motivated or eager to do the same what you're watching, or you're completely sick and tired of watching it. But if things go smoothly and you're just really curious and just eager to do what you've been watching lately, you basically gain the motivation to do it. It's kind of like procrastinating, yeah, but hey, you're at least watching something, and you're low-key exposing yourself. It's kind of like building an environment for yourself. This is why art school exists. It's because of the environment you're in. If you're surrounded with, artists themselves, you're gonna be motivated also. You're just gonna do the same thing as what they're doing. So, I guess that also what happened to me when I was trying to learn animation. I just exposed myself with like animators, like what they're doing, what goes in the anime industry, yada yada yada. It goes on and on and on. You're not gonna run out of videos about that. Okay, where was I? I'm gonna do an anime studies to avoid animating. Love being productive, procrastinating. Well, that's a win way to go. I mean, other people are also curious if you're like, oh, what if we're not good at drawing? Should we get into animation anyways? Is it possible? Look, animation is like a very, very general term. There are different ways you can animate. There's stop motion, there's 3D, there's graphic what do you call this, commercial or puppetry. There's so many ways that you can do it. So it's really just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for hand-drawn animation or animation that, obviously contains drawing, then you need to draw. But if you're not about that, like maybe you just want to animate some stick figures here and there, or maybe some models here and there, then that's a different kind of animation. Maybe you're interested on just using puppets here and there, or maybe rigging. It's really a general term. I really need to do studies more and can improve if I just sit around on my ass doing nothing. Oh yeah, I also recommend to just experiment. Sometimes it's much more fun if you discover it for yourself. It feels like you're making a new thing, you're not. But you kind of discovered it on yourself through experimenting. And the reason why it's much more effective, I guess, it's because you basically figured it out, so you have a much more deeper understanding to it. That's why experimenting is just the way to go, man. Because you're basically figuring it out and understanding it. Oh wow, I am getting sleepy. I tend to get sleepy around these hours. Like once 3 o'clock hits, I'm like immediately getting a little sleepy. But I don't sleep. I don't take naps anymore. Which is a very an activity that I miss doing. Man, it really is like devolving into something, you know. Because back then as a kid, I'm like, hell no, I'm not taking a nap. Why should I take a nap when I can play? And now that I'm grown up, I'm just like, please let me have a nap. I wish I have enough time to have a nap. But at the same time, I still can't sleep either. My body just resists. It's a little bad if I'm... I'm all zoomed in right this. Or zoomed out. Okay, oh my god. That's... Okay, where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more layers, okay. I could just make this into 3s. This one. Because it's not gonna change all that much. Okay, let's test it out. And go back in. I guess we're in the last section now. I tend to kind of separate them. Like, for example, maybe 7 layers, 7 layers, and then another 7 layer. But we're almost at the end. Guess I need maybe another hour. So okay, that's a bit too much. Oh yeah, no joke. I didn't type in Bibleman, and for some reason, videos about Bibleman started appearing in my feed. They know. I mean, every fucking site is stealing your data. It's no surprise anymore. Oh, you're thinking about buying a fan? Oh, here's a fan that in case you might like to buy. It seems like a coincidence, but nothing is a coincidence anymore. Everybody steals your data. Especially Facebook. Holy shit. Dude, Bibleman versus Pepsiman. Let's go. I didn't even know that was a fucking game. Like, was it a PS2 game? And also, if you guys didn't know or not familiar with the anime Redline, I was so shocked to find out that the composer or the one who made the soundtrack for Redline. By the way, I highly recommend watching that one. It's also the same guy who made the Pepsi Man theme song. Like, no wonder it's a banger. Because the Redline soundtrack is also really, really good. Like, you need to rush 4,000 words for an essay paper. Bro, just crank up a Redline soundtrack and you're good to go. It's just that right now I can't. I'm like playing Ghibli soundtrack stuff. And boy, it's not good for this situation. I know I should find a better playlist or whatever, but sometimes Twitch mutes it, so I have to be wary of it. And I only can play copyright-free music. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, Redline is also famous for like one of the anime movies that took so long to animate. 8 years, I think? Or was it 7? Film production, 7 years. Okay. Took 7 years to make. 100,000 handmade drawings. Yep. Do you find it strange and sad that all the Disney stuff that flopped had the writers claiming that everyone is wrong and the writing was perfect? So, ego, huh? I'm even surprised that people are taking them seriously. Like, why are you blaming the audience? Blaming the audience is a bit of a stretch most of the time. Do I even need to in between this? Okay, I'm like debating with myself over here. A part of me doesn't care anymore, really. Anything that is Disney related, I'm just like, okay, here we go. Hey, welcome. Agigiman. Oh, it seems like I do need to in between then. And do people even take Disney seriously at this point? Like, they have so many flops and really yeah, nobody fucking respects them. Whatever they did to Owl House, people immediately did not like what they're doing. Nobody takes them seriously anymore. Not even with their movies. Of course, people are still gonna go see it because it's either their kids or they're still lying on that string of hope that maybe Disney is back again, or they just want to talk shit about it and for a review. Which honestly I'm fine with. So I can know whether or not I should bother with it. And let's be for real. Since when did Disney take accountability? What? A major company that is just taking accountability? What? That doesn't exist. That doesn't That doesn't. No, that's not real, bro. The last two movies were just flops with Strange World and Ant-Man. Ant-Man 3. What the fuck is Strange World? I don't even know. The movies that is coming out right now that is made by Disney, really. Because again, I'm just ignoring them. I'm just so tired of what they're putting out, and none of them are good anyway. So why bother? Oh, and yeah, Strange World. Yeah, nobody fucking knows about it because they self-sabotage themselves. So imagine Encanto, but more boring and less redeeming qualities. But yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. And another reason why it flopped or there's some self-sabotage going on. Disney didn't market it as well as compared to their other products. So that's why nobody fucking knows about it. And this is pretty much the appropriate reaction towards it all the time. Again, it's really not animation kind of problem. Their animation is mid. Or nothing to write home about. It's fine, but not, groundbreaking. Definitely shaking up the industry or anything like that. It's Disney. They're reusing and recycling everything. Hey, welcome. I think I need to refill my drink because my throat is not going well. It's not feeling well. That's for sure. But hold up, let me just finish all of my drink right now. Oh my god, forgot. I forgot my tablet was charging. Okay. I actually own a Samsung Galaxy S6. I actually bought this so I can sketch digitally anywhere. And I can draw on the screen. Apparently, I didn't like the experience all too much, so it ended up nothing more but a secondary device for me to just watch and play with. So yeah, that was useless. Great. What a waste of money. I don't completely hate drawing on the screen, but I do. But I am not that comfortable on drawing on it. Speak about Strange World. Nobody talked about it, anyways. Nobody was talking about it. Either way. Because, yeah, the marketing was just that bad. Hopefully the artists are, like, got what they're being paid for. Man, at this point, the only way for Disney to come back is just make a villain. That's it. Like, all they needed to do to improve the story is to just add a villain. Like, for real. That's the only, probably the most easiest way also to get themselves back in track. Because, yeah, all of their movies are just making another Encanto. Generational trauma coming right up. Oh god, something's getting caught in my eye. Hold up. Oh, what the heck? Is it an eyelash? Hold up. I think it's an eyelash on my eye. Okay, let's get back to this. Oh god. Need to keep in track. I missed something. Oh god, we're almost there. Oh, never mind. I missed one. This frame is not very good to base it out of. I think another problem with Strange World is just it's so mid, it's so generic. People are instantly not interested about it. But then a part of me is like, so why did the executives even approve of this? If they're not gonna approve of it, you know, stuff like that just does not add up. Or maybe I'm biased because I really don't like adventurous focus kind of films. I mean, for Dora the Explorer. Oh yeah, that movie existed, right? I forgot it existed. I haven't watched it yet. But I've heard that it's funny as shit. And it's a shame I haven't watched it yet. I mean, let's be for real. You're not gonna be there for the adventure. You're gonna be there for the fucking comedy, bro. I just heard the loudest lightning strike ever. Oof. Yeah, I'm also a little nervous because it's strangely hot, and typically if it's this hot, rain is gonna come after. And oh my god, it's gonna be loud. The movie revealed that Dora was on shrooms the entire time. Oh man, I forgot that existed. Holy shit. I should watch that. It feels like one of those movies that is just best to experience when you're drunk or something. But yeah, I've only heard that it's ironically really good. It's definitely a movie that you're not gonna take it seriously. But hey, it's Dora the fucking Explorer, bro. Need I say more? Makes sense that Dora was on shrooms, especially when she has a talking backpack in the mouth for some reason. Everything is sentient. The mountains, the rivers, everything. They're all alive. And the blue monkey. What's his name again? Boots? Because he's wearing boots. Yes. 10 out of 10 rating. By the way, I am not I did not grow up watching Dora. I always found that show weird actually. I'm like, why the fuck are you talking to me, bro? I probably only watched like a couple of episodes of it, but never all of it. Not a loyal follower. Where everyone in my preschool was so obsessed with Dora and Diego for some reason. I think I also had a Diego backpack. I think it was a sling bag, more like a sling bag. And I'm always grown fond of that backpack. Because it was blue, nothing else. I did not know that much about Diego. Apart from his like a male version of Dora. Maybe it's the same. It's the talking stars that makes us love Dora, or we were all not sure. Did Dora premiere on Nickelodeon or something like that? Because that explains on why I wasn't able to watch it all that much. Nickelodeon doesn't appear all the time in our TV. It appears sometimes, but the next day it's probably gone. That's why I did not grow up with SpongeBob, because we don't have Nickelodeon. Like, yeah, what a tragedy. Or maybe I just don't like the art style of Dora. I think I remember that I don't like how everything looks in Dora the Explorer. I know, I was very picky as a kid. It's either Tom and Jerry or nothing. I'm not gonna watch it. Dora is a football hit. Oh shit, it's been 3 hours. Yeah. I think I can get this finished in another hour. Oh god. I'm not sure. Because I think I need to take a break for a bit. Catch my breath or something. And that's... I mean, this isn't really our longest stream that ever happened, so... We've experienced worse. Let's be real. But yeah, welcome to animation. It definitely doesn't finish instantly. The longest was 5 hours. Yep. Have we reached 6 hours? I forgot. I forgot. Man, it's also been a while since I've watched some VTubers. I haven't even watched them in a while. Let's put some throwaway keys here and there. Just to test it out. But I always also... Actually, not always. I also upload my VODs on YouTube. Oh shit! It crashed. Great. Lovely. Well, RIP. For the progress that we made. Ah, great. Do I have backups? Oh, you're getting back! Yo, let's go! Okay, save. Save. Okay, it came back for some reason. Did it auto save? I think so. It came back. Let's go. Man, I was already accepting my fate there. Like, oh great, crash. Time for another hour. Because once it's gone, it's gone. You can't come back. All I wanted to play this. Come on. Okay. Did it also disappear? Okay, it's also back on the stream. Well, what a fiasco that was. So we just had a freak out there, and then I just open it again, and then it's back. Well, that was weird. Guess it just had a stroke. I guess it is turning into a big file, maybe that's why. But it could also just be Clipsio Paint's playback. I'm telling you, their playback function isn't the best. It really needs a lot of juice to jumpstart it. Okay, time for me to actually save every time I finish a frame, because that was... Ooh, we don't want that to happen again. But hey, a miracle happened. For whatever reason. Well, what a great way to wake us up. It cost us a heart attack, but hey. That never really happens all that much. But when it does, oh boy. Me right now trying to figure out a nice composition to work with. Like a layout? You need to learn more about the craziness of Japanese Spider-Man. Oh my god. What's it about? That reminds me, Yusuke Murata actually made a fan art of Spider-Man. It was actually really good. It was really good. Just think Spider-Man with an actual real gun. Wow. That's... Honestly, why does that sound... Why does that sound quite realistic? It's a very American version of a Spider-Man you have there. Oh yeah, I've also heard that. Reminds me, I accidentally remembered Forspoken again because of the gun scene. And there's also news that Square Enix's CEO is also stepping down. Which is weird for me because YouTube's CEO is also stepping down or being replaced. Japanese Spider-Man for some reason calls himself an emissary of hell. What does that mean? Yeah, I know that. Murata really wants to make a Spider-Man manga so badly. Bro, let him. He has the power. But yeah, that artwork was real good. I think Yusuke Murata also made a Street Fighter manga, if I remember correctly. I haven't read it, but I did see him drawing it. He streams actually, but he doesn't stream on Twitch. He streams on this weird site. I think it was Ustream or something like that. Yeah, back then I used to watch his streams like religiously. Had it playing on the background and such. Messenger of Hell or person that sends you to hell. Are you sure it's Spider-Man or like a confused version of Constantine? I think they confused some of those parts. They got Hellboy and Spider-Man mixed. I mean, Hellboy doesn't really send you to hell, but you get the point. Japanese Spider-Man also has a giant robot for some reason. Oh god. He also talks to cats and calls them cat demons. Damn, what is going on to this universe? Definitely wasn't explored by Marvel, huh? Sorry, I keep yawning. Hopefully the mic isn't picking it up. I think Japanese Spider-Man inspired Super Sentai. What's that? Hold up. Isn't this just Power Rangers? So it's just Power Rangers, but with a reskin of Spider-Man. I mean, their costume is kind of similar, but not too super similar. Power Rangers takes footage from Super Sentai and dubs over now. Yo, its lore is keep getting deeper and deeper. We're now talking about the origin of Power Rangers. I mean, Japan always likes either big kaijus or big robots. It's either of the two. Nothing looks right. I'm going to one of those days. Man, this used to be me back then. And it's very, very specific also. It's just me stressing over the fact that I was like drawing a side view of a character and I'm like, why the fuck nothing looks right? And it's not that necessarily it's bad, but it doesn't look right for me. And then, you know, after a while that nothing is coming out very satisfactory for me, I just sleep it off, wake up till tomorrow, and then come back. And then when I come back, I'm just like, none of these are that bad. So I guess it was just a state of mind. And I was able to finally get it right. At least. But still stressful unnecessarily. Yeah, I do feel like that. Either take a break or... Yeah, for the most part, I would just take a break. If nothing is looking right. Take a break, maybe eat or drink. Like, just give it a rest for a few hours. And then get back and realize that it's fine. Hydrate time? I don't have water yet just yet. Hold up. Because I think we only need one more frame left. Let me check it out. Hey, one more frame left. I guess I'll go take a bathroom break and also refill my water for a bit. Before we go to our final frame over here. God, this took 4 hours, I think. I mean, we're still at 3:30, but it's gonna take 4 hours. Anyways, hold up for a bit, and I'm gonna just take a quick sip and also maybe a bathroom break. BRB. It is getting dark. So let me just finish this and wrap up. Hey, welcome. I'm almost done though. But it's fine. I'll probably stream like some illustration process next time. Because I think it's been a while. You think that you're just redrawing the whole thing, but in actuality, it still kind of moves, even if there's like only a slight difference. And it's really good for like really slow or maybe just relaxing, calm movements. But usually slow movements. You can also work on twitching kind of motions. Oh god. I give up for today. That's fine. You might just need a break, that's all. It just do be like that. People usually think that, oh, you shouldn't give up, you shouldn't give up. Nah, bro, I'm tired. Let me be. Sometimes you just need a little refresh. I'll finish my gestation. Hey! I'm also done. Okay, let me save that before it crashes. Terribly sorry if I couldn't zoom in to show you guys the results. My computer is doo-doo. It just cannot handle it. Oh, there it goes. Let me just export this and call that done. Let's freaking go. Here, let me actually export and perhaps show it to you guys on full screen. If I can, that is. Okay, that takes a while to to export. Okay, where was I? OBS, where are you? Let me find where I exported that. Hey, there we go. It's way too big though. That's not what I want. Hey, all done. Chill time? I probably... Yeah, let's chill for like maybe a few minutes. I am kind of tired. But here, let me show you guys the results. Because oh boy. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do sketching right now, unfortunately. And also it's getting pretty late. I mean, it's not super late. It's only 5 o'clock here. 5 p.m. But once it's 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, I just have zero energy left to draw. Looks fucking baller. Let's go. It's raining here again. Oof. It's strangely sunny today. It feels so weird. Man, I swear the weather is like always against us. Well, at least it didn't rain here, cause when it rains, it's super loud. Cause I'm at the second floor, and the sound is just not being blocked here at all. I mean, my mic would probably not pick it up, but the problem is me. If everything is just too loud and too distracting, I just can't help it. Man, I just realized my hand cam is like weird place. I can't adjust this. It has the worst stand ever. I always regret buying the stand for this. I should have just bought a normal tripod or something. But no, it's one of those clip adjustable necks kind of thing. It's more like a spring. And it's so weird. It's the worst. I regret buying it. How much time? I'm keep getting distracted. How many hours have we been on? 3:47. Hey! It's the last 3 or 4 hours? I forgot. Man. This one is much more shorter than I expected. I mean, compared to our last one. Oh, I started late. No wonder. Yeah, I started around 1:30. Oh, by the way, when do we want to play Don't Starve again? Honestly, if I'm online on Steam or something, or just even maybe on my, yeah, if I'm online on Steam or in Discord. It was exactly 4 hours last one. Hey, I can't believe this one is shorter, but I guess I did started the stream late. Because the last one was around 1 o'clock. I haven't played other games on my library. Oh my god. Like, it's not a huge library. That's for sure. But, man, there's a lot of these games that I just do not play all the time. Which is a shame. But I can't help it. I got no time. And usually I don't play online games. I really don't play that much online games. Yeah. Yeah, I do notice that I don't play multiplayer games. I've been playing Dead by Daylight lately. All I do is die. I haven't finished the tutorial. God damn. Man, I should really save up to like upgrade my laptop. I mean, it's fine. Again, it's fine on running art programs. But when it comes to games, it just sucks. Well, what else are you gonna do? Daylight? There are no daylights there. Never even finished playing the tutorial. Apparently you unlock a new character if you do. I finished one. But there's more in tutorials. And I'm just like, okay, I have no time for this though. And I think I played it a little bit tipsy. I was a little bit tipsy when I played it. I think it was around New Year's. And I had a bit of drink there. But yeah, and most of the time I just much prefer playing... I just much prefer playing the single player games. Because at least nobody needs to carry me, okay? Because every time I'm playing multiplayer games, it's either I carry or fucking take it seriously so other people don't flame you. And I'm just like, oh, come on. Can I just unga bunga my way to the fucking game? I just didn't even feel like doing the tutorial. I mean, I had to. Because I literally don't know how to fucking play the game. Also, man, I can't even get past to just fucking repairing the generator. I was so tipsy, I'm just like, bruh, these controllers are shit. Is it my mouse or is it my controller? That time in Don't Starve we all die. We don't care anymore. It's Don't Starve. It's inevitable to die. Oh man, it's almost 5:30. Okay. I think that's enough for chill time. Very sorry if our chill time is just way too short. Generator takes too long to fix. Exactly. But it sucks. I couldn't play it on the controller for some reason. I want to play with my controller, please. I don't want to use my mouse. But anyways, I have to call it quits now, guys. Not even gonna try for 4 hours. Nah, I'm too tired. Animation just ticks my soul, bro. And I need to eat a snack. It's been like, yeah, 4 hours. But anyways, gonna call it quits there now, guys. Bye bye. Thanks so much again for joining me today. And I hope to see you guys later. Hope you guys have a great day, great night, and all that good stuff. Oh god. But then, thanks again, you guys. Holy shit, I missed my class. Oof. Okay, that's bye-bye for now. Hopefully you catch up to your class and all that. Oh man, that sucks. But anyways, bye-bye. Thank you, and later, my dudes.